And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the lower semifinals of this week's WardiTV Monday, number 36. We have one player already waiting the grand finals. We have Clem. He's waiting in those finals, waiting for the winner of this series, and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Maganatha. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing his new team, representing Al-Kadzia Esports. It is Creator. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the other South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Twisted Minds. It is herO. Here we go. As we are going to be settling into our PvP, settling into our best of 3. Let's go. Not going to be settling in. All right, and of course, before I forget, if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It's the best time. It's Wardi time, but it's also Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as you can get your Gamba going. Oh my god, Icetan, you're so fast. Ay. Oh no. Coming first, Fappy. Coming first. 2 hours in. Crazy. Let's go. Este Icetan. So fast. No one saw you coming. But yes, predictions are open, so place your bets when you think we'll take it. Well, now what I will say is that Creator, he actually did recently beat herO. I think it was last week. Was it last week's Wardi Monday actually? Hold on. Creator Wikipedia. Was it last week or the week before? But Creator, he did recently beat herO. They have gone back and forth when it comes to their series. It might have actually been the Pikachu Monday instead. Let me just look it up. As we have our Gate Cyber Expand Economic Opener out of herO. Meanwhile, Double Gate Opener out of Creator. And it was, yeah, there you go. Pappy, how do we know, Pappy? How do we remember? Because we cast everything. But yes, last week, Creator, he did take down herO 2-0. That was merely a week ago in this very tournament series. We'll see if he can do it again. We'll see if herO can claim it and get his revenge. Bearing in mind that even though Creator did defeat herO 2-0 last week, herO is still the favorite player. 100%, right? Like herO, he's still the favorite player. He's still the best Protoss and arguably the best player in South Korea. Has been for some time, but despite that, you know, you can still threaten him. You can still bring him down. A player like Creator can still cause said upset. And now hallucination to the main. Adepts are making their way across the map. Now, as a reminder, herO already has a massive economic lead. He's up 6 probes. He's up 6 workers. Right now, the pressure is on Creator to try to equalize, to try to get some damage done and catch up. Adepts, they commit to the shade. They get 1 probe so far. Nice force fields, locking down the Adepts, and with that, so far only 2 workers do fall, and 1 Adept is picked off. So is the other, just barely. Whew. Meanwhile, 2 more have arrived. They shade in. herO out of position, Orc into the main, and Creator pulling herO apart. Getting 3 probe kills so far. Nice reaction out of herO. He does pull away once again. The force fields. Oh my god, herO, calm down. The control is there. When he's able to pay attention, when he's able to keep up, as the Adept does hit the natural, but again, only 3 worker kills, and as it all settles, how many workers have gone down so far? 3. Only 3 workers for 3 Adepts. That is not a good enough trade for Creator, because as it all settles, herO still has a hefty worker lead. So here he's still ahead. Creator, he still needs more damage. He needs to get more done. Oh my god. As Oracles, they get 1 shot, they get 6 probe kills in the natural, 7 probe kills, very nice. Did I say 7, 8, 9, 10? Oh my god! herO, he's out of position, he's going all in. herO, he's all in at this point. 11 probe kills across the map, he's forcing his way into the natural. Shield battery's all done. The boys are being pulled. Creator buying time. Just buying time back at home. Pulling more workers, bleeding out more probes. Bleeding out more probes here. As herO does reinforce, 2 more Stalkers have arrived. But Creator, he's holding. Yeah, Creator, he's holding on. He forces back the Stalkers, snipes another. Now, because Creator had to pull the boys, doesn't mean that the working outs are evening up. The evening up Immortal has arrived, and herO shouldn't be able to break the Immortal. It should not happen. Yeah, there's the recall back home. As there's still one Oracle remaining. Whew, okay, and with the aggression subsiding, where are we exactly? Okay, so we have to take stock. Creator, he's on 35. He's on 35 workers on 2 bases. Likewise, Creator, he is taking into Immortal production. So Stargate Opener into Robo into Immortals from Creator. So he's going to have vanilla Stalkers. Meanwhile, herO, he has a slight worker advantage. Up to 40 workers. He's up like 1, maybe 1.5 probes. And behind this, going into Blink. herO, he will have the more mobile army composition with Blink Stalker. Likewise, herO expands and claims a 3rd. From the side of Creator, late Twilight Council, I would not be surprised if Creator from here goes into Glaive Adepts into an all-in. So we'll see if he goes into Glaives. Glaives is a very popular all-in from this kind of game state. herO is very fond of it as well, but the Forge is throwing me off. With the Forge on the way, Creator, he might just get Charge and expand. What's it going to be? Blink at Charge or Glaives? As we are waiting for Creator. 3rd base is being taken. Charge on the way for herO. And if we're going to be planning to expand and to saturate this space, then Charge will make the most sense for Creator to skip Blink and to try to catch up. But Blink is on the way. Okay, so Creator, tech-wise, is going to be in a really awkward position here. Charge is already on the way. Like, Charge does a great job here. Zealots do a great job, I should emphasize, when it comes to tanking shots, buffering for the Protoss army, and tanking Immortal and Stalker shots especially. So composition-wise, I have to favor herO here. As I mentioned, when you're a little bit behind in this kind of game state, it is not uncommon to just skip Blink and just go straight for Charge instead. But Creator taking his time. Does take his time. Creator just now getting his base up and running. Meanwhile, herO is already fully operational, already saturated. The workout is evening up, better than morning up. I see what you did there, Einstein. God damn it. Einstein. Ay. As the both players are taking up. Okay, so welcome and also Magnatha. So aggression is deterred on this map because of how large it is, and both players are working into disruptors. So Bay's on the way for Creator, Bay's on the way for herO. Despite the chaotic early and mid game that we've had so far, the game is going to slow down, and we're getting into disruptor battles. The bolts are coming. They're coming out. And the question becomes, who can handle their balls better here, herO or Creator? As we have our second robo on the way. Show us those disruptors. Oh, Colossus for okay. We have a disruptors at a Creator, which is normal, which is standard. A herO going for Colossus instead. This is risky. So, for those that are familiar with PvP, you would know that Colossus have their place in this matchup. Colossus, they're like an alternate. They're like an alternate Archon, where Archons do amazing when it comes to tanking and dealing with charge lots because of that splash damage. Colossus are similar. Like, they actually trade quite well against a gateway army, specifically Zealots, Adepts, and Stalkers. Colossus, they have their place. But when it comes to PvP and when it comes to our tech path and the armies that are built, often players skip Colossus entirely, which is why this is a rare sight, and they prefer to go Disruptor, because the reality is Disruptors are almost a hard counter to the Colossus. Disruptors like Colossus, but better as long as you connect. And you can see here, herO, he's still going for the Disruptors after the initial Colossus. This is a little bit risky here, but it can pay off. So here he goes Colossus first, then Disruptor. So he'll have some consistent splash damage. And I did mention that this is like an alternate kind of route or an alternate unit here to the Archon. I just noticed there are no Archons. True. Like, there are no Archons for herO. So he's relying on his Colossus to deal with Zealots for that splash damage. Likewise, Creator, he has fake Archons himself. Let's go. He does hallucinate. Creator, I mean, both players are working towards the Temple Archives, towards Archon production. Without Archons, without splash damage, Zelta can just reign supreme. Never goes off. Let's catch a Stalker. Takes on the Stalker, herO claiming the center base. Creator being a little bit cheeky. We're gonna try to catch herO off guard. Creator, I mean, he sees the Stalkers, he knows. Oh, speaking of, Stasis is baited out. Oh my god, Creator gets caught instead. And herO going for another Nova. No, he's not looking. Oh my god, brutal connection. Sentries going down Stalkers as well. Ay, ay, ay. Creator, he was distracted by the Zealot run by. Zell slipped in, they forced a warp in. Creator not looking, was distracted. Speaking of distraction, once again, oh, does take a massive stasis to the face. Does take the stasis. herO breaking forward, never goes off. Gets a disruptor, and gets an immortal. Ay, ay, ay. herO breaking back in. Does break in. Colossus are revealed. But again, you can see how useless Colossus can be if there are opposing disruptors. As Disruptor goes down, you're also exposed. Better connections here from Creator. But I spoke too soon, Creator losing almost every disruptor. Colossus are targeted. Nice snipes it from Creator, but still, oh my god, takes the Novus to the face. And meanwhile, the Zelts are wreaking havoc. They take over the natural base. Workers are going down. Disruptors are going down as well. Yeah, the Zealot run by is winning herO this game. As he cleans up almost every disruptor, GG gets called. Creator, he's torn apart, and herO takes game number 1. Whew, GG. GG, well played. Again, a very intense and very back and forth game here. Again, we saw Creator popping off and crippling the economy of herO, or I should say able to catch back up economically, but then herO, he was able to likewise get or stabilize from there, get his bases up and running. Both players rush into disruptors, but unfortunately Creator, even though he had a comparable army, he was having a hard time keeping his eyes on the main fights when he needed them most. Again, just non-stop run-bys, counterattacks was distracting Creator and allowing herO to get better trades and better connections. GG. GG, well played. With that, herO does claim the first game, and now we're getting to game number 2. We'll see if Creator can bounce back. And again, we're hoping for an ace match, we're hoping for a game 3, but the pressure is on. The pressure is on as we are getting into game number 2. And game 2 is going to be on, oh, Tokamak. Okay. Another one of these larger, more macro maps. I would not be surprised if herO once again goes for a Gate Cyber Expand. Remember, herO did go for a greedy economic opener last game. We could even see Creator do the same, and then we could end up in Phoenix Wars. It is possible. As we are setting up our lobby, just make sure we have everyone involved, everyone is ready, and we're jumping into game number 2. Let's go. And again, my eyes are going to be on those openers. Also, I appreciate that herO, I think he's using the SOS portrait. God damn it. Esther here. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tokamak, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back and force the ace match, representing Al-Qadsia Esports. It is Creator. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the other South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Twisted Minds. It is herO. as for now we are going to be getting across the map. And again, we're keeping an eye on the opener. Last game, Creator did open up 2 gates. And once again, 2-gate opener out of Creator. Meanwhile, herO back across the map going for a gate cyber expand. So this is the exact same setup that we had last game, with herO having a more economic setup and Creator trying to be hyper aggressive. If you recall, this led into Creator going for a master depths. He did have 2 and then 4 depths in the early game, and then went into a Stargate into double Oracle, and he did do some crippling damage, which did allow him to equalize. Oh, hello. Meanwhile, that is a very real pylon and a very real proxy. Okay, so 2-gate opener out of Creator with the proxy. Now, bearing in mind, herO is in the main. herO, he knows, he's counting, he's checking, he knows that the pylon is missing. The pylon is not in the main base. There is one pylon, but there should be another pylon as well. Now, the question for herO is it a real proxy? Is it fake? We know it's real. We know that the probe, oh, never mind. I was going to say the probe is sticking around to throw down some tech, but the probe does abandon the pylon and doesn't commit. Okay. So for now, it is a fake proxy pylon. herO has yet to determine. herO, no fear, he just expands. herO just gate cyber expand out of herO before the Stargate. Even MaxPax doesn't do this. Like, this is very greedy here from herO. And because there's no proxy, herO's fine. herO, he doesn't get punished. There is no punish. And the pressure is heavily on Creator. And just like last game, adepts. Like, we need these adepts here to slip by the army, to get into the bases, and to get into mineral lines. Right now, there's a lot of pressure on Creator. He's moving out. Here we go. Someone who knew that the attention of Creator was elsewhere, probably from checking replays. No, if you recall, there was a Zealot run by. Remember, there was a Zealot run by at the same time. So, like, herO was causing that distraction and setting up for the Novas. We had like 2 different Zealot run bys towards the natural of Creator in the last game. I say 2, technically 3. Technically, it was like 2.5. Because the last run by was staggered because of the stasis trap. Here we go. Oh, as Adepts they do stayed in. Yeah, here out of position. 2 Adepts taking 1-shot probes, and probes are going to be going down. Gets 1, he gets 2. Oh, once again, the force fields have been so on point for herO. We saw this last game as well. Takes down an Adept, but there's still 1 left. And hey, 5 probes, not bad. 5 workers go down. herO, he does defend his natural. Then 5 worker kills is good, but this shows how far ahead herO was. Look at the worker count right now. herO, he's up by 4. herO, he's still ahead economically. So that was good damage for Creator, but still not quite enough. So Creator needs more. Meanwhile, herO, it's time for him to break out. herO breaks out. Blink is on the way for Creator. Okay, going for a Twilight Council, not a Robo this time. And I don't see a shield battery, but there are force fields. So Creator, he does have the tools to defend. But Adepts, they shade into the main. Stalkers, they poke in at the natural. Shade does commit. Nice force fields. herO just locking down those sentries. He gets 1, 2, 3 sentries going to be going down. Massive pickoffs. At the same time, Adepts, they bust into the mineral line and probes are going down. And remember, Creator, he was already behind economically, and GG gets called. It's just too much. And herO, he will pull Creator apart and claim the series 2-0. Whew, GG. GG, well played. With that, herO, he was able to tear Creator apart here. Again, Creator, he was in a way being greedy because Creator was the aggressor. He was backing off, he was building up, he chose to skip a shield battery. There was no Robo, no Immortal either. herO was aware of that because of the Hoots Nation. He just went for it. He just went for it then and there, and Creator just could not keep up. He was torn apart. The force field at the ramp was brutal. That was game. That was game then and there. GG, well played. herO, he will claim the series, and we are getting into the grand finals. A finals that you should be familiar with. It's going to be a best of 5 finals between herO and Clem. Now, I say you should be familiar with this finals. In a way you should, but this is going to be a little bit different. For those that weren't here at the start of the broadcast, you may not know this, but Clem is in Korea. Clem, he's in Korea. I said this before, I'll say it again. Last year, Clem, he spent I want to say just under 2 months. Maybe it was around 2 months. Around 2 months in Korea. In the lead up to EWC. Basically, before EWC last year, Clem, he went to Korea and he rented out an Airbnb. He was with Trigger, he was with Max, he was with Estrella, Trigger, and Future. He was with the NA boys. He was adopted by the NA boys, and he went full Degen with them in Korea. And they were just team housing, basically. They made their own team house, impromptu team house, to train, to practice, to improve, to have that environment. And they got Clem ready for EWC, and he won. Right? He's our champion. He's our world champion. So it did pay off. Clem, once again, doing something similar here, has gone to Korea. We're around 2 months out from EWC, and Clem is getting ready. He's getting ready, he's leveling up, he is practicing, he's improving, he's laddering, getting that Korean practice regiment going alongside players like Trigger as well. And yeah, this is kind of the beginning of that. I think Clem arrived a couple of days ago. I don't think he's been in Korea for too long yet.